Today we are at the Salt Cave Natural Relief Center in Bolton, Ontario with Adriana, the owner. I am so ready for some relaxation. Tell us about how you got started.
So about 10 years ago, I suffered from sinusitis, and I was desperate for any kind of relief. I was up for my third surgery, and I discovered halotherapy, which is another word for salt cave therapy. And I found this nice, quaint little place. I thought, okay, I've got nothing to lose, so I tried it out, and I miraculously, within a month, was taken off the surgery list and just continued the therapy. And I thought, you know what, this is my dream. I need to do this for other families that are suffering from the same ailments. I need to figure out how to do this. So that was 10 years in the making to get to this point.
Wow, I love that you had a passion for that and created it into a business. That's so inspirational and amazing for other people out there who are also experiencing ailments as well. So I'm ready to try out the Salt Cave today, the Salt Cave halotherapy. Tell us what is so special about salt.
So salt was discovered hundreds of years ago when the mine workers were never sick. They would be working overtime many hours and never would get colds or flus, and so scientists were like, why are these families never getting sick? And so kind of looked into it and realized that salt is a natural healing anti-inflammatory, just antibacterial, antifungal, just kills anything that could potentially hurt our respiratory systems, and just kind of built on that. Well, I would say one session would help even just notice a slight difference in your sleeping, in your overall relaxation. But if you're suffering from something such as sinuses or just congestion, any kind of asthma issues, you've had a recent attack, we always tell people to do 3 days in a row, because when you're in the salt cave, it stays in your system for 24 hours. It gives it enough time to actually attack the issue at hand and give your body a fighting chance. So 3 days, we always say, come consecutively, and you'll be able to feel much better.
We are here with Sandy, who is also a co-owner here at the Salt Cave Natural Relief Center. Tell me about your salt cave. How did you build it?
Okay, so it was a massive labor of love. We imported the salt directly from Pakistan, from the Himalayan mountains. So we had authentic salt, and it was tons and tons when it arrived. And then we also had a beautiful team from Europe come and assist us. So when you walk into the cave, looking around at the cave, you will see there's big chunks on the wall, microfine pieces floating through the air. Our ground in the cave is very much like a sandy, rocky beach. So the entire thing is made with Himalayan pink salt. And then we have stalactites on the ceiling that come from a salt mineral clay from Poland. So it's all salt. And this type of Himalayan pink salt, it's very special. It has 84 microminerals, wonderful things like magnesium, iodine. And when we pump it into the cave by our halogenerator, it's done at a microfine level. So you're easily breathing in and absorbing these lovely microminerals. It's 1,000 pounds of magnesium. And that therapy-grade magnesium, when it's absorbed transdermally through the body, gives a beautiful calming effect. So when you enter the pod, you'll allow your body to just naturally float up. It will be picked up very much like when you're in the Dead Sea. In fact, it's 3 times as salty as the Dead Sea.
Tell us why it's so important to focus on physical wellness and mental wellness as well here.
Well, we at the Salt Cave take a very holistic approach to wellness. We focus on 3 tenets of wellness: mental health, physical health, taking care of any inflammation in the body, and also spiritual health is important too, because when you have a belief system, you can actually apply it to be a better human.
Yeah, and we've all had such a hard year, so coming here and relaxing would be such a great opportunity for those of us that have built up a lot of stress throughout the year as well. I just came from a salty salt cave session, and now I'm ready to get into the flotation pod and let all my worries float away. Now we're trying out your flotation pods today. Can you tell me what the experience is like from the moment I get into the pod to the moment I leave?
Definitely. I love float. It's such a subtle but yet profound way to have relaxation. When you're in that sensory deprived environment, your body just absorbs less information and you can focus on the breath. And when you focus on the breath, you're activating your fight or flight mode, calming that down. So as far as float goes, I think it's an exercise in weightlessness, physical weightlessness and mental weightlessness.
All right, so now I'm ready to turn the light off and get the full Flotation Pod experience. If people wanted to book a session here or experience the salt cave themselves, where can they go to do that?
So we're kind of old school. We don't have an online booking system. We prefer to speak to our guests when they call and book because we want to offer a tailored experience. So yeah, you can just call our booking desk and we're happy to take your appointments.
I just finished floating in my float pod and it was super relaxing. I'm a little salty, but it was such an amazing experience. Give them a call. I highly recommend the Salt Cave Natural Relief Center.